Do you get frustrated when your FIFA Ultimate Team player shoots like that? Well, I do, as you can see. But luckily, I found the guys at Foot Helper who helped me not to make my players shoot like absolute Josh McGinnises, and they can help you as well. If you want your weekend league games doing for you, if you want a bit of guidance, if you want some tips and tricks, you can, ask those to do it for a price, and you can get a discount if you use my code OldGrandpaJoe at checkout for 20% off your order. Before this preview begins, I would just like to honour the Chris Chilton appeal. Chris, Hull City's all-time record goal scorer, and he is in a time of need in his life. The Hull City fans have come together amazingly to raise money for his family to support him, and the club are chiming in now as well. The link to the GoFundMe page is down below. It's in the top line of the description. So, if you've got the facilities to, I really, really do encourage you to donate. This isn't me telling you to, but if you'd like to, please do. Because this man, if he was playing today, he would be known as the GOAT. He is probably Hull City's greatest ever player in terms of goal scoring record. So he deserves to be honoured correctly, and let's help him and his family in their time of need. Right, hello everyone and welcome to the preview for Swindon Town versus Hull City on Saturday the 31st of October 2020, kicking off at 3 o'clock at the County Ground in League One. Hull City off the back of a brilliant comeback against Bristol Rovers. We're looking to kick on. Swindon had a bit of a break due to their game against Accrington Stanley being called off, and our game that was supposed to be on Tuesday against Accrington Stanley has also been called off. So we have a week to prepare for the FA Cup game against Fleetwood. But let's talk about Swindon today. On to team news then. Louis Coyle is the only player unavailable for the game against Swindon. Coyle picked up a shoulder injury in the 1-0 win against AFC Wimbledon and will remain absent for the next few weeks. James Scott has returned to training from his ankle injury sustained in the 2-0 victory over Northampton. On to ref watch then. The referee is Anthony Coggins, with the two liners being Matthew Lee and Ollie Williams, and the fourth official is Adam Ricketts. On to stats then. Hull City had 10 shots against Bristol Rovers. Of those 10, 4 were on target. Hull City had 44% of possession. Hull City committed 12 fouls and made 20 tackles. The Tigers had an overall pass accuracy of 70%. In total, City made 377 passes in the game. Tom Eaves got a goal and an assist off the bench. The 3-1 win in Bristol put City up to second in the table, 1 point behind league leaders Lincoln. What do I think then? McGuinness out for Eaves, please. Start KLP. When he's at full fitness, maybe if Scott will go up top. 1 point off the top. Consistency is key. On to head-to-head battles then. Swindon, they tend to change their back four around a lot. They've played with the back three this season. They've played with the back four this season. They've played with the back five this season. Wouldn't surprise me if they went with a back 6 or 7 at some point this season. So what I've done is I've looked at the team that they played against Sunderland, a game that they lost 2-0. Sunderland, another top side in this division, like ourselves, so I thought they'll probably try and do something similar. And at left back there, they had Dion Donoghue, and I think they'll try and do something similar to that. They've also got Ezeki Friars, formerly of Tottenham and Crystal Palace, who can play there, but when he's played, he's been majority a centre back for Swindon. Also a centre back, they've got Jonathan Grounds, a name that you've probably heard of before. So they've got a few guys who they can change in and around in that position. But I think Malik Wilkes will be up against Dion Donoghue, and Reece Burke will have to defend against Tyler Smith. Opposite view and other view don't happen this week. I've not been able to secure anything in time. So we're straight on to current form. Swindon, 5 losses. 4 of those coming in the league. The other one coming in the what is now called the Papa John's Trophy. Yeah, the EFL Trophy is now sponsored by Papa John, so it's called the Papa John's Trophy. Tell you what, Luke Shaw would absolutely excel in this competition. I'm only kidding, Luke. You've got enough money to have me killed. On to City's form. 2 defeats, 3 wins. We're not looking too bad, are we? And as we go on to the league table now, you will see we are in 2nd. Peterborough dropped down to 4th. 4th! Ipswich leapfrog them into 3rd. Swindon, they've got a couple of games in hand on everyone around them. But the entire bottom 4, the entire relegation zone on 6 points. It's tight down at the bottom. It's very, very tight down at the bottom. You can see Gillingham, they were in the playoffs I think last week they were in the playoffs. Played 2 games, absolutely gone plummeted down to 16th in the table. But Lincoln, liken them to MK Dons, bloody hell. Liken them to Wickham last year. Team not expected to do particularly well. Lincoln have not shown any signs of slowing down this year. Similar to what Wickham did last year. So keep an eye out for Lincoln. Could we see another Wickham Wanderers story at Sincil Bank? In the EFL Trophy, I need to change that now so it says Papa John's Trophy. I'll change that by the time I'm editing this. I'll change it to the Papa John's Trophy. So on my preview graphic display thing, as I'm flicking through whilst recording this, it does still say EFL Trophy. I will make sure that it says Papa John's Trophy. But nothing changed in that. I'm just going to have a look quickly. It is, I think, 10 days-ish? Well, it'll be pretty much 10 days until we play Harrogate at the CNG Stadium in the Papa John's Trophy. So, you know, there's room for improvement here. I reckon we can beat Harrogate because this group does look very tight. And let's remember, us and Grimsby, we've still got the extra game to play because that game was postponed. Carabao Cup, we're out of that. FA Cup, a week. Give it a week and you'll see the preview for the FA Cup game. Fixture list is congested, man. Around the grounds then on League 1 Matchday 10, Gillingham faced Sunderland, Burton Albion faced Blackpool, Doncaster Rovers faced Lincoln, Doncaster beat Ipswich the other week. Can they beat Lincoln and do us a favour again? Fleetwood Town faced Oxford United, Ipswich Town welcome Crewe Alexandra to Portman Road, MK Dons face AFC Wimbledon. Woohoo! Spicy! Peterborough United welcome Shrewsbury Town to the Western Homes. Charlton travel down south to Portsmouth. Rochdale welcome Bristol Rovers to the Crown Oil Arena. Northampton Town travel up to the DW to face Wigan Athletic. Accrington Stanley versus Plymouth Argyle has been postponed. On to shared shirts then. It's Chris Martin this week. Good Chrissy Martin, what an absolute donkey. For Swindon, he was on loan there in 2012-13 season, the year that we were promoted to the Premier League, thanks to big old Paul McShane. In that season, played 12 times, scored the once in, is it League 2? I'm trying to have a look on the sleeve, but it's League 1 or 2 for Swindon that year, on loan from Norwich. And a few years later, for a good stint at Derby, he came on loan to us under Nigel Adkins in the 2018-19 season. In 30 games, scored 2 goals. One of them he nearly missed against Bolton in the 6-0 win. Good God, that was a good day. The other one, it was against Norwich. The game was already finished, and because it was his old club, we didn't celebrate. Oh, like Danny Graham, but with one more goal. Good God. Chris Martin, what a donkey he was for us. But as soon as he went back to Derby, he started smashing it again. Chrissy, what are you doing to us, man? Anyway, on to my predicted 11 now then. Still in the 4-3-3. It's working this season. It's Matt Ingram who keeps his place in goal, understandably so. Josh Emmanuel starts at right back with a centre-back pairing of Jordi de Wijs and Reece Burke, with Callum Elder at left back. The captain, Richie Smallwood, takes his place in central midfield alongside George Honeyman, who I'm going to be honest, I thought was suspended. Because I've got, on my computer, I've got a big Excel spreadsheet of everything Hull City this year. I've got it tracked, everything, the kits that we've worn, who started, who's off the bench, who's been unused substitutes, who came on, who scored in penalty shootouts, things like that. Yellow cards, red cards, everything. That is all down on an Excel spreadsheet. Honeyman, 5 yellow cards this year. I'm going to be honest, I thought he was suspended and I was getting ready to put Regan Slater in this midfield. But he's not getting there. Honeyman's alongside Greg Docherty in midfield with Malik Wilkes on the right. Keane Lewis Potter returns on the left, and Tom Eaves makes his first start of the League One season on up top. So that's the predicted team then. You can see it there. Now we'll move on to the substitutes, where it's George Long, James Scott, Alfie Jones, Hakeem Adelican, Regan Slater, Thomas Mayer, and Josh Magennis. That's the team in picture form. You can see there James Scott and Josh Magennis. Magennis is taken in game. If you look on Hull City's website, you can see that Magennis's player profile photo is taken from in a game, whereas and Scott's is him walking into the ground, because those two, when they did their initial shooting day, they were on internationals, and you'll see there that Adelican, Alfie Jones, who Slater, Mayer as well, who were late additions, they've all got photos done. When they did those photos, Scott was injured and Magennis was on international duty. I think Scott was in a protective boot. So, for City's goal scoring graphics that they put on Twitter when we score, I think him jumping up and down, prancing about all over the place in front of a green screen while he's in a protective boot, I don't think it's really safe, let's say. So I'm still waiting on those two. They will get updated once I have those images available to me. But now you can see the team in picture on the pitch. That is probably our best team. If Eaves can keep his goal scoring record that he had for Gillingham, we'll be flying. We'll be absolutely flying with Tom Eaves, which is class. On to my predicted score then. Will we get the win? Swindon have had more time to prepare for this game than we have, but they've also not played in about 2 weeks. So on that note, I think it'll be a pretty solid 3-0 win. I think we'll have beat all the newly promoted sides. We played all the newly promoted sides very early on, but now we've got to wait a little bit until we play some top sides. Now we've just sort of got middle of the pack teams. But then in December we've got Doncaster, Sunderland, Lincoln, and we've got Ipswich on the 24th of November as well. So we've still got good teams to play, but we're putting ourselves in good stead by getting this momentum, by beating teams 1-2, 3-0, by just beating teams. We're getting the morale up and we're fighting harder. So that's the end of the preview, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Remember, the GoFundMe for the Chris Chilton appeal is down in the description. So if you want to donate, I fully encourage you to. Foot Helpers, FIFA 21 is well underway. Get yourself sorted with them if you're struggling with your weekend league or whatever and you need a few tips. If you don't know how to defend, because I've not got the game yet, I'm getting it at Christmas, but I've heard that defending's very, very hard this year. So if you want a little bit of help, they can sort you out with that, little tips, trading tips, the best defenders to get to, spare your blushes a little bit. So, yeah. Hey ho. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.